Now, story number one. Andra, let us say, Uncle Takradia. Dr Bawumia wajita kradi kuruna boso. Wajibe bia. Nani nyani say manifesto. Eno ne nwoma say Ghana for to abanman one. Enema wo be gyina so say no be say bu ni man no. Eno aboa ni nyina no. E say bede. Eno ne manifesto no. Eno de aba be kire Ghana for. Ena mo hwe. Na ye bi said wo sika no no a wo se wo bi adwuma wa Ghana ha no mo a enfie men say din kan no wo de ho tax no o de ache enfie men say din kan no tax incentive said be ya e be hye nkura wo bi won mo adwuma ndi wo be bie nanso to no a ye de be no kwa na aye kaka moto bibi na ehunahuna no na wo ntimi mi adwuma no na fe no wo adwuma mo ye starter. Now, sir, this can be Sakutia to us. Say, Dr Bawumia say, Ghana for Tomanwa, Fribonto, first 3 years, no. 3 years next year, or you manage Nano. Now, Fay, Wabetria, na, for man and acquire acronym. What do you so what did the friends have flat rates? It was a CBN. And no, and unchain. Port also, Sanya, a Yamaho do or more port city and where people are mono. Sir. It would the Kaibo said then I would be bo Togo dear, so Togo 1,000 Ghana so 1,000 Ghana. It would go for Togo. Aye day. At the 1,000 na come Togo for sad now for my Ghana preco yatoso. Then I would prepare ya. And also Nanchain. Was that Chemusua industrialization? And for the Juma will be pim papa. Now what did buy any and call for bombs a man no crans what did I buy first? Buy Ghana first. And it said abandwuma mu se bia procurement unit bi na mu kopa bibia to abaye abandwuma bi saa mo mu nkwabro kire wo mu ni kan hwehwem e wo Ghana ha ya Ghana ni bi ye bibia ye ni kan to Ghana ni de na gise bia ye nya bi ana Ghana ni de na bia ye nya be haye ansana yakopa broni de bia kra se ye de ba ene no nko a afi obema nyinam so abefom enti ye industrial rate no and commercial rate no ni nyina pa edu ba bi kura be ma commercial rate no kura ya obodi ye nduma no edu kura be form let us say production ko na wo ye no wo de no watimi anyamfaso wo so na yetimi ahye hu kranya enu achi SME bank wo de be ba na nduma nkumankuma no te se Ghana ho de mu business ni nyina akọ nkumankuma small medium enterprises no sa e best one chemodu otwe maintain the bank yi ba SME bank na nyuma nkumankuma no bodwa afọ ukọ ya afọ jo besia na wo de aba be wodwuma ni levy hwim tintontan ye ne to kwata ya pai Dr Bawumia watwam eno je say oh ye be kwa man samo bi entie Dr Kakransa ni entie Kakransa.
We have experienced a major economic crisis and with your support weathered the storm, but we are not yet where we want to be. It is therefore very important to protect and expand our rebounding economy, to attain and sustain macroeconomic stability with low inflation, low interest rates, exchange rate stability, and low budget deficits. Fiscal discipline and private sector empowerment will be the key to realizing our commitment to job and wealth creation. To sustainably reduce the budget deficit and interest rates, my government, inshallah, will enhance fiscal discipline through an independent Fiscal Responsibility Council enshrined in the Fiscal Responsibility Act. The Fiscal Responsibility Act will also be amended to add a fiscal rule that requires that budgeted expenditure in any year does not exceed 105% of the previous year's tax revenue. This will prevent the experience of budgetary expenditures based on optimistic revenue forecasts which do not materialize. Ladies and gentlemen, furthermore, my government will reduce the fiscal burden on government by empowering the private sector to do more. Fundamental to building any modern, prosperous society is ensuring that access to education and health is available to all, and that there is a safety net for the most vulnerable. Under the two-term administration of His Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo Addo's government, I can say without any fear of contradiction that no past leader has done more to uplift the poor and the vulnerable in society than my boss.
We enum ni afoforo na ne esam de na do so pa enra esam do so pa na yenko ahoma no so na ye ne management consultant wa bre pa ya kofo jajaje wa bodi ne be fa ne ene me be boa economic debe boa manfo asetrem ebe Ghana fo asetrem wonya fa ne consultant ya wanka so abra bo be koye wonya tie na futu nko a owura akwabena ata bedu ene no etwetwe enkomoyi na eja be ema akwa abadeba ye nu susu
me joso me chiawe tiefo so
ye nyina tiefo ahwefo pentuma nkoma ye nyina joso pa edase enyumre Dr Bawumia enensem wa dia gudwa wada betudwom ewo manifesto no mo no kakra nya bobosu ya wona kwa hesa kura waka ni nya kura po esidada na emuti said the magana nie se ekoba mpa se bia daachi wababa ye president ampa na de wokan nyina watunya ya mpa de Ghana ebekwa koduro hene.
Okay. Before I go into what he said, Dr. Bawumia, the human no Eddie is he's the incumbent. He is currently the vice president of the state. Being the vice president makes him the chairman of the economic management team. In the economy, no, it's a natural. Unfortunately for him, he's an economist with a PhD and a former governor of the Bank of Ghana. There is no way he can dissociate economics from the current However, you need to say for the greater part, no be a finance minister, even you serve any powers. Inti enyoman bi owa no nyano. Inti you can't blame him entirely. But Abaneska, so he has to do what he has to do. Now, looking into some of the things he's proposing now, I don't see how they can be achieved. Now, NDC time, or no, and I can't say when the fundamentals are wrong, the forex will expose you. Unfortunately, the fundamentals did not change, and it has exposed him heavily. Now the question is, where are the fundamentals? Now when I'm talking about the fundamentals, and when he is talking about the fundamentals, we are looking at basically the structure of the economy. As long as we are import-driven economy, where we are importing more than we are exporting, demand will exceed supply. And once demand exceeds supply, the dollar and the pound will remain stronger because there will be more demand for it. In that case, what is he going to do differently? Because in whatever he has put out here, he hasn't given us how he's going to achieve that one. And until he achieves that one, because 90. So he has to show to us how he's going to achieve that structural shift that will give the economy the impetus it needs to bounce back. And these are the 18.
na owura tebe na wo ka bibi say enam say won no ye head edema economic management team nintino wontimi enyi ne ho enfree blame BM nti o say blame dey go to the doorstep na the mibusa ne say being the head of the economic management team no say oye bibia anase bia wodwe bibi ho a say ono ankasa ntimi nsan implement just what kwakire na what kwakire na say ne mpanifo ne bosses ebotugu a eno no ye blame no e ma ne ye
The head of the economic management team is the one who makes the decision. The finance minister is part of the economic management team. He is the head of the economic management team. So in reality, as vice president, as head of economic management team, the finance minister is under him. But we all know the dynamics of this government and how powerful somebody was. And technically, no one is the same happening. So that is a saving grace.
Next say Ghana for mo just asem tumo no. Emfa say Dr Bawumia na ko nyana ko be nemum na ensa bi akekere ne nsagu na chi. Etesi ano whether that is true or not no. The work can say na ensa bi akekere gu na chi o say de hankofo kro no ya asane ono aba be ye ne de enti Ghana for entoma no.
Enti men ka say Ghana for to man me analyze me politics enti me analyze economics no
but just ono sa no ono waka ono ha on dey propose sa
ono dey say ana no bit me dey atete no ho eno bit me dey atete no ho enti you find say or dey no atete no ho. Now let's look at what he's proposing, and that is what I've done. That if he says that the economy is going to bounce back and inflation is going to go down and the forex is going to be better, the fundamentals have not changed. The structure of the economy has not changed. So how is he going to do that? How he's going to achieve that?
Side you shall bet me aye. Was say so be man pania. Wabema Togo port charges no the duties here. Togo eje no Ghana nso sa na ebeje no ntra che say ehun hia so obedi na ma be ko Togo ana say obi ajo say biado ko fa baby because ebokro no a e feasible.
Any years Togo a free port. And there's no way Ghana will compete with Togo and the because Togo is a free port. Yeah. Listen, as we speak today, we are still charging 1% for COVID our port. We are still charging for fumigation after COVID. That I should charge fumigation. There's a lot of nuisance taxes that is at the port. Everybody who is importing into this country, the total landed cost almost 40% or about 40%. So item now what on the import duty that's only 20%. Yeah, we now FOB price or CIF price would see about 50% as duties and taxes at the port. If he is going to rationalize taxes, that is the first place he should go and sanitize it. But you see, he's an economist and he knows that as you are cutting somewhere, baby so say. So, with an economy that the first item on its bill is interest payments, and then the next item is wage, he needs revenue. Now, if he's going to reduce taxes, where is he going to get revenues to balance the budget? Those are the intelligent questions I'm expecting people to ask him. Because your cost is not going to reduce. You have employed people, you are still employing people. Your wage bill is going up as you are going to cut your source of revenue. And Ghana's major source of revenue is from taxes. So if you are going to cut taxes, where are you going to make the revenue to pay your bills? It is another man and say,
I like that one. That's sana obi ade bebe bia so ye besan aba wo hobio na baby entokro de da no say na wo kan do kre Ghana fo anya wan utie questions bi amanfo bubusa na anse ya na che say enlightenment no ekore nimpa. All right, enti owura ata kwabna atabedu were management consultant no na ye no atotwe enkomoyi awa
Ova, asem na no na wakan. They say obi ani anwan.
Obi ani anwan.
Obi ani anwan ti.
Eye pa.
Eye. Brofo no aye bebre of to maka ni say bebre na ye grammar. Na theory. Afa ye wi a na ye say yan kasa yan ntiase. Do you understand? Yes, Mutia say yes, no say.
What two questions and answer Ghana for?
Yes, we should be asking questions. Not theory, no, and yet to be not practical, no. May you win. My year, a form near grono. I'm a camera for the say today, and Sana, your boy a trim go boy a trim. Watch an amount of the sister Danny and I knew it was time near Quay and 10 years. A year pa, Mukuni and Phantom Checker.